Hi there, everyone. I'm going to talk for a second. Maybe mute that down. Are you muted? We're working on two computers in the same space. So bear with us a second while we figure this out. I think if I lower it, learning every day, right? So you guys are going to hear a, okay, now let's see. Can everybody hear me okay? Dennis, yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We just had to turn off our sound input. Even good morning, everybody. How are you? I see Leanne there. Good morning, Leanne. I think I just saw Dennis and I thought I saw Chris. Yep. Hi there. Am I still muted, Chris? Or does it seem like I'm okay now?
You're good.
I'm good. Okay, Chris, if you can't hear me, that's maybe you.
No, I was just responding to some earlier messages when you were muted, but you're good now.
Okay.
Thanks.
You can hear me okay, Tanya? I'm assuming you
Perfectly.
can hear me as well. Okay. Because I'm on the phone and I'm outside here with Carrie this morning. Thank you. Thank you, Tanya. There's a couple things we're going to be doing while Carrie is clicking people in. One is that I put up a writing, but I can't read it because now I have the phone in front of me and the writing is like celery salt. So if you guys would be willing to just take a paragraph or half of something and read that, that would be helpful to me. It is something I want us to talk about today, which is this aspect of the metta practice. If we cannot hold ourselves in our own woundedness, in our own confusion, in our own aggression, in our own rage, hatred, ill will, this is essentially the beauty of the metta practice. It's understood to be the antidote to anger and fear. Without going towards those things, however, anger and fear and all of its infinite manifestations, we can't heal it. We cannot heal it. And so as unattractive, unpleasant, boring, disinteresting, same old storyline that it might feel for you at times, like I just don't want to deal with that anymore. The whole point of the metta practice is to bring a new attention, an open attention, rather than the same old storyline at all. The metta allows us to get closer to that fear, to that pain, to that aggression, whatever's happening there, to see the wound, to see the pain, to see the fear that's underneath, and to begin a process of healing it. One of the mistakes that I can feel that's being made and has been made by me for a long time, which is why I really dislike the metta practice, was that I thought I had to arrive already loving, already kind, already enlightened or perfect or open, or and this is actually not the point of the practice. So instead of avoiding it because I'm just not getting it, actually you are exactly where you're supposed to be, which is turning towards the very distress. And without the ability then to hold ourselves, right, in some kind of kindness, some kind of connection, some kind of embrace, some kind of support with the phrases, even in the face of not feeling anything or feeling angry, we cannot transform. We just feed the ego and the storylines some more by going, see, I knew it was pointless because look, I don't feel anything, or I still hate them, or I still don't want good thing, you know, the whatever we're doing. And when we confuse ourselves with those thoughts, because thoughts are merely thoughts and conditioned at best, not really yours at all, but a function of the legacy of human suffering and samsara that we have all inherited, like it or not, want it or not, but as well have we inherited this capacity to be with, to bear witness, to hold oneself and then others in the light, loving embrace of metta. And so be watchful, because I'm hearing a lot of, well, I just couldn't quite get there. I didn't quite get to the metta. Well, right. That's exactly right. That's the practice edge. That's exactly where you're supposed to be, just like me. And then the practice begins actually right there, not if only some other place, some other way. So I hope that that offers a little clarity about the practice. I see that we're looking for perfection. We're looking for an ideal. We have aspirations for being more. Well, it's to greet ourselves exactly where we are that we can then open. And very spontaneously, very on the spot, as Pema would say, right on the spot, we are more.
I think, Diana, this is Leanne, that one of the things that really resonated with me, I don't know, it was a couple sessions ago that on Saturday, Sangha maybe, that, or Tuesday, where you talked about, like, you just said that we really have to get it out of our minds that this is the way that love looks like, or this is the way that something looks like. And then as soon as I say that to myself, then it kind of opens up a whole new universe, and I'm allowed to really be my very kind and loving self,
Yeah.
you know, which is naturally me. So I think that that's been really helpful to me.
Wonderful. It is really true. We've really got to get out of these old belief thoughts, right? About what I should be, what you should be, what life should be, how it's supposed to all go, what it would be like if only, right? And we're all carrying that. That's not actually the problem at all, since it's a part of our humanness. The problem then becomes that we actually buy in to this moment then, and me in it is not enough. And this is a really sad moment, because actually you are as well as I am. And so we're going to practice being with that. We need a little stillness and silence to wrap around us first. Those are the best arms to begin. And then we'll invite that metta once again for ourselves in our difficulty. We're going to start there today. Ourselves, not just in our goodness, but actually in our shitheadedness, in our ice cream dadumness, in our, and then I wished she were somewhere across the continent-ness. And then we're going to actually open that door beyond the self to include a difficult other, recognizing that it's actually the same humanness and the same heart holding them. So let's see if we can't practice that. I want to save a few minutes at the end, by the way, so I'm going to have Carrie remind me, who's here. I want to talk about how I think we can go forward after next week. We're going to be practicing metta all next week, because I think we need a little more time, especially as we begin to turn towards that which is a little more challenging and difficult, which I only wanted to begin really today. But Carrie, if you could give me about 10 minutes for that. And then we'll try to remind me to talk about the collection for Wednesday, June 8th. Is that right? Feels like 8th or 9th, somewhere in there. I want us to make sure that we remember our commitment that we're making to St. Andrew's Food Pantry. So is there someone who can see this better than me? Looks like little ticks on my, not even that big, on my page. And if you could read, it looks like there's about 5 lines there, and then maybe we could get another to read. And this is a little bit long, so everybody just bear with. But if we could read that, I think it will set the plate, set the table for the feast of holding oneself. Is there anybody who'd like to begin?
Yep, I'll start. Dennis here.
Dennis, thank you. If you could read it, looks like to me about 5 lines before it makes a little cut in there, and then we'll let somebody else go.
I got it.
If you could speak up also, that would be a little helpful.
Okay.
Thank you.
How's that? That good?
Beautiful. Thank
Okay.
you.
Good morning to everyone. Good morning. While I may have no magic to heal the pain and loss of others or power to erase suffering from the world, I can stay grounded and do what I can to help one person at a time, even myself, with small acts of kindness to show people that their love still works. And who knows, maybe small acts of kindness will make heroes of us all.
Anyone else? Just come on.
Hi, it's Cindy.
Hi, Cindy. Good morning.
Good morning. Part of the weight is this: when I'm exhausted, it's tempting to want to fix or make things right. And I forget the power of pausing, breathing, embracing, savoring, finding joy and grace and well-being in the sacred present.
Thank you. Someone else? We'll read a few more.
It's Lisa. When we acknowledge the pained or wounded places, there is now an open space, a place for gestation and receptivity, what the Japanese call hollowness to the divine, where new things are hatching and being born, if only we do not panic. There are the times and places from which we can truly and wholeheartedly give of ourselves.
Thank you.
I'll try. I can't see very well, but I'll try. These are the times when new things are hatching and, oh, I'm sorry. I'm lost. I
Just
have
go
no
a
idea
few
what
down.
line we're on.
Yeah, go
Okay,
down
thanks.
about 5 and start there.
Okay, these are the times when the unbearably wounded will themselves emerge as healers and leaders. These are the times when we know that there is a place from which we can truly and wholeheartedly give of ourselves, remembering that we are healers, restorers, and lovers of every kind.
Lovely. Why don't we try 2 more? We have more, but let's just try 2 more and then we'll end.
Okay, I'll do it, which begs the question, what do we do with our brokenness? Henry Newen suggests that we need to embrace it. Seriously? 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 Because we are beloved of God, we can dare to embrace and befriend our own brokenness, and in befriending, to really look at it. Yes, I am hurting. Yes, I am wounded. Yes, it is painful, and I no longer need to be afraid. Conceptually, I get it.
That's good. Let's just rest there. So let's prepare to sit seriously with that brokenness, woundedness, pain, fear, because it is not who we really are. And when we confuse ourselves, this becomes the beginning of the problem. When we identify with that experience, when we go, that's who I am, this wounded, broken one, this pained or bad one, this is the beginning of our true delusion, our being lost and not seeing the truth of ourselves, which is healing, loving, being present every moment. I'm going to ask Carrie to see if she could take off that share. I think you have to just go to stop share there. It's a red button that usually, yep, there we go. Okay. So I have my feet anchored in the cold concrete, And actually, I normally don't like the cold, and I have to say this is interesting. Renee is asking for something, so I'm going to check that before we go on. Can I please? I saw that part. Let's see, Renee, if we can find it. Yes, I will send it out. Normally, I don't like the cold. Interestingly, the cold is offering a little bit of wakefulness this morning. So find what might invite a little bit of wakefulness for you. Is it opening the window? Is it turning towards a natural light? Is it opening to include the sounds of the household, the sounds of nature outside or around you? See what invites that wakefulness. The little bit of breeze here is actually quite an invitation for me. So I'm going to check just to make sure we're muted. Looks like we're okay. Thank you. So let's practice. So feeling into the body, just beginning to turn a kind attention. This is essential. This is the beginning of the radical act of kindness towards ourselves. We just turn gently, kindly towards the body, feeling the framework of the whole body sitting here. This is the body, just like this. You might feel the feet, the knees, the hips make contact. The spine, the arms, the shoulders. Just breathing in. Touching each part of the body onto which the attention flows, touching it kindly. You may even offer that gentle phrase here. May you be healthy, may you be well. May this part of the body, maybe the aching part, maybe the pained part, maybe the itchy part, maybe a part that's unpleasant, may this part of the body be filled with loving kindness. Moving up the body. Once we get to the top of the head, I'm going to let you do that in your own time and way. Breathing back down into the body, letting the whole front of the body be soft and relaxed. May these eyes be soft and relaxed. May this jaw be soft and relaxed. May this chest be soft and relaxed, open, breathable. May this heart beat with ease. May this belly, this diaphragm, and this abdomen, may the whole of this breathscape be soft and relaxed. And then breathe that release into the whole of the body, this very body, the one you're in right now. May I open, include the whole of the body, however it is, with tenderness, with kindness, with care and compassion. This is the suturing, the integrating of the self into wholeness so that we remember we are more than any part. We are more than any sensation. We are more than any feeling, any thought, any emotion. We are that which abides, pervades, and holds with loving presence the whole body, this very body. And may we offer this practice today then to all beings everywhere, without exception, omitting none, freeing us, awakening us, releasing us, embracing us all. So let's just take a few moments and breathe into this gifted body. This temple of our loving presence. And rather than narrowing in on some place that you think the breath is residing, see if you can hold into the whole body breathing. It's a little lighter touch. It's a little bigger vase. The breath will naturally regulate itself. Can we remember the preciousness of this human life and body by letting it breathe its own natural, effortless, joyful breath? Creating that field of metta in the whole of the body. Whatever contact you make in the body, may we offer a self-blessing. May this body be well. See if you notice the mind coming to rest in this very body. Hot or cold, itchy, smooth or hard, flabby or taut, it really isn't the point at all. These are simply conditions coming and going. Entering the body like water being poured into a vase. A perfect fit. And then I'd like you to move from the body as a whole into the heart space, creating that field of metta there. We've done it enough that you know that we can include imagery. We can create that field, that beach, that mountain, that forest, that place in nature, that place near a warm fire, whatever feels like a place of refuge for you. I'm going to use the very place I'm in. Opening the ear door to hear the sounds that are available in this place of sanctuary, of shelter. Feeling the temperature, feeling the place in which you have chosen to sit or stand or walk or lie. Feel the sense of protection, of shelter, of safety. And as we breathe, then we breathe into this place, this space within our own hearts, within the place or seat we've taken. And we just create space and room and fill it with each breath with the phrases of loving kindness. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be happy. May I have ease. May I remember the gift of this precious human life. And open this very moment. whatever's here, however it is. Breathe into that. Bringing the light of awareness as well as the warmth, the space, the kindness, the love that is available. Staying in the present moment as best you can, whether it's sounds or sensations, whether it's cultivating that imagery or that felt sense in the body, whether it's repeating the phrases. Each of these is an aspect of metta. We're simply nourishing this field breath by breath with our attention and our openness, reading whatever's here. And then I'd like you to find a place within this field this safe, protected, sheltered place. And I'd like you to invite yourself there as a child. And so you might imagine yourself. I had a really bad pixie cut. And invite yourself to that space, whether it's a blanket, the field, maybe a gazebo, whatever that sheltered place is for you. And you are there. Your most loving, most available, most kind, most understanding self is there. And you invite this child to be there with you, whether it's sitting in your lap or resting on the blanket or walking in the field. See what's right. And this child has done something wrong. Took something, got angry, didn't follow directions. And the child's going to tell you about that worry, that pain, that wound, that error, whatever it is. And you're simply going to rest there, listening, deep listening. You might recollect a real moment of distress for you as a child. I was scared at night. I kind of thought there was a boogeyman. I hadn't figured out yet it was me. And so I'd get up several times in the night and bother my parents. And I got a lot of flack for that. And that child, who's probably 5, is telling me now that she was just scared. And the very first way that we hold ourselves and another is with our own stable attention. If you can stay with that story, whatever it is, that fear, that mistake, and stay stable. There's nothing to say, there's no actions to take. You're just holding with attention. This very part of you. Angry or fearful, scared, resentful, disappointed, wanting, whatever it is. And we're just going to whisper silently to that child these phrases of loving kindness. Nothing to fix or correct. Offering these blessings. May you be safe. May you be free from fear, from pain, from anger, from confusion. May you be happy. May you have ease. May you know you are deserving of love and attention. And feel inside your own body. See what's alive there. Maybe a tenderness, maybe a achiness. Let whatever's there be there. And we'll repeat these phrases, whichever phrases are most relevant for you, several times. just letting that child hear this care, this love, this kindness, this wish for their well-being. Do your best to stay in the phrases. Picturing that child. And then feeling the effects in your own heart. May you be safe. May you be free from fear, pain, anger, whatever distress. May you be happy. May you have ease. May you know you are deserving of love and attention. No matter what. See if you can offer that level of friendship, that level of kindness, that level of love to this child yourself. You might notice a distractibility. You might notice particular sensations in the body, maybe specific feeling tones. It's okay to drop into that. See how you are. And then continue the phrases. And then invite that child directly into your own body, this body, and find a place for them in your own heart. A permanent place. Make room, clear the furniture. Create that place of safety and warmth, of care and love within your own body mind. Invite you in. And now we're going to offer the phrases again simply with the I statements because we are integrating all aspects the parts we like and the parts we don't, the parts that are fearful, the parts that are angry, grief-stricken, sorrowful, guilty. We're going to hold them with these phrases. May I be safe. Safe here with myself. May I be free from fear, pain, self-loathing, disappointment, guilt, sorrow, whatever's here. May I free myself from this affliction. Breathing into myself, my whole self. May I be happy. May I have ease. May I remember that I am deserving of love and attention. My whole body, my whole being, with all these parts. Continuing to breathe, reciting the phrases, continuing to create friendliness, space, room, connection, a place of belonging. And then I'd like you to think of a moment in which that fearful, scared, angry, neglected child shows itself in your present moment adult life. How does that get expressed? And it's probably not so attractive. Do you shut down? Do you strike out? Do you turn away altogether? Do you distract? Do you get busy? Do you cut it off and seal it up? But see if you can actually invite that reality, that experience into this present moment, this adult body. However it shows itself now. Do we fix it? Do we hide it? Do we ignore it altogether? Check in, see what's true. And we're going to offer these same phrases now to that part, to that facet of the diamond. We don't have to get rid of it. We don't have to cut it off. We don't have to image over in any way at all. Picturing yourself now with that same experience. For me, it's that same fear of being alone. You might have a whole set of strategies, just find one. And picture that. Yourself in that way, enacting that strategy, feeling those feelings. And holding yourself with this kind and loving attention. You might check in and see where that fear, that distress, whatever's true for you, where it still lives in the body. And if you feel so inclined, you can even place your hand in that part of the body, making contact, staying close as we offer these wishes, these blessings of well-being. May I be safe. Right now in this body mind, may I be safe. May I be free from pain, fear, distress, anxiety, aloneness, worry, hatred, ill will, aggression, whatever it is. May I free myself from this affliction. May I be happy. May I have ease. All of me. May I remember that I am deserving of love and attention, my own and others. And let's repeat those phrases, offering them to ourselves, especially to this severed part, this hidden part, this shadow part. Let's invite it home. Offering it our kind attention and a place in our own tender hearts. And then repeat the phrases. If you forget or get distracted or forget the instructions, just begin again. Then expanding that heart to include all those others, just like me, who feel this too. And if you're imagining somehow that whether it's fear or pain or self-recrimination, that others don't know this, that's the beginning of the problem. Because in fact, we all know it. And so expanding that heart to include that child who's alone or angry or fearful in each of us, make sure you see it in each other as well. And then offering this comfort, this deep listening, this kind of tension, and this place of refuge for them in your own heart. May you be safe. May you be free from pain, from fear, from harm, from all affliction. May you be happy. May you have ease. May you remember that you are deserving of this love and attention. May we all be safe. May we all be free from inner and outer afflictions. May we all be happy. May we all have ease. May we all remember and know that we are deserving, each of us deserving of this love and attention. And then see where this attention chooses to direct itself. It may continue to expand or open and include others who come to mind, specific others, general others. It may move itself in all directions. It may come right back home where maybe this love and attention is most needed. And may this practice today contribute to the end of suffering and the realization of true happiness and freedom. And may it be so this very day. So be it. So, any experiences, questions, observations about that practice today? So I see something from Chris here. I don't know when Chris wrote that. Just now, remembering Bradshaw, it did go so well 30 years ago, but now welcoming home my not so wounded inner child and the fucked upness of it all. Where have you been? That's right. I've been home all the time, just waiting for you to come back outside to play, feeling the Tao of poo today. Wonderful. Cats in the cradle. It's a good day. And I can see, yes, literally and otherwise, Chris, you very clearly can. How wonderful to hold yourself. And then the ability to hold others like that. Tanya says, very much needed, isn't it the truth? I agree. Chris, did not go so well 30 years ago. Yeah, I'm with you there too, Chris. Didn't go so well for me either. That's how I got here.
Here we are.
Here we are. And here we are together.
All together as we sing our song joyfully. Here we are, all together as we pray will always be.
I love that. That's lovely. Thank you. Thank you for that. That was delightful. This is not the easiest practice, right? By the way, that's why we've waited till now to begin to hold ourselves in this, but it might be one of the most important pieces of practice. I see something here, I think, from Dennis. I found some peace with my son, who is a loving soul, even though I have no idea how he is. Wonderful. Because that son is also you, Dennis. So that's good. Can we know that part of ourselves and love that? That part that's disconnected, that's not communicating, the part that's shut down, the part that's hiding or cut off. And when we remember that aspect of our own selves, then I have to say that's what I notice also, is that I naturally can see that child, that wounded or fearful or pain child in others. And I can naturally, really much more effortlessly open to heal, to hold that in them, without having to have it be some other way. And I think that's what real metta is. I don't think it asks for a transformation or change, not in us and not in others. Which, if you think about love, how much more unconditional could that be? You don't even need it to be different, because somehow you understand it completely and deeply, which is, this is just the pain. This is just the woundedness. This is just this momentary expression or appearance, not who any of us really are. And so we get less confused, I think, in these moments. And for me, it still has to begin with us. But yes, then I think we do that exact same, make that same offering to others. By the way, that is what we will be doing on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we will be imagining the difficult other as a child, their confusion, their fear, their loneliness, their neglect, their whatever, and seeing if we can't both remember that piece of ourselves as well as offer metta there as well. So if you are interested in that practice, working with the difficult one, challenged one, pained one, wounded one in another, we will be doing that on Tuesday. Anyone else?
Hi, Diana. This is Ryan. Good morning.
Oh, Ryan, so lovely.
I
So
know.
lovely to
Hey.
see you.
Yeah, good morning to everyone. Great to sit with you guys. It's been a while for me. I just
You're
had
the
the
new
baby.
dad
Yeah, and
with
wow,
no
what a ride.
sleep.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard for me to wake up at 7:30 because I actually pulled a graveyard shift with the baby, but she's just amazing. Just real quick, an update on that is I didn't know I could love a human that much, and a whole new respect of all the moms and dads out there, and just humans in general, that we've all gone through this life experience one way or another, and all that entails. Wow, it's just, my heart it's all been a blur, obviously, but it's just incredible how it seems to keep expanding, you know, and the ride that I'm going to be on for a very long time.
Forever.
Forever of
Forever.
just this kind of edge of, you know, it seems like I'm just the beginning stages, obviously, but it's like this learning process, right? And then once you get to the edge of thinking you know what you're doing, you have to learn all over again, and you got to fail, and it's just this never-ending roller coaster of you being able to adapt, come to the edge, learn, fail,
And open.
then pick yourself up, open
Again.
and it's beautiful.
Isn't it? Well, my goal,
uh,
my wish for you is that you could keep holding yourself just like that beautiful baby girl. And that you could love and Metta can move in both directions. Because we, like you say, we are going to have to forgive ourselves a ton for what we couldn't see, didn't know. Chris just said it when he said 30 years ago, it didn't go so well. This is the continuing evolution, the continuing enlightenment, really. And then isn't it wonderful that you can feel for your own parents in their exhaustion, in their confusion, in their being completely depleted, whatever else they did or didn't do, there they were, also working hard to care for you as best they could. And isn't that amazing? We can feel, look at that. Look at how big that is, right? Right from that baby.
Yeah, thank you for that. And another thing that I thought was interesting, just to transition to the practice, is finding metta in our sensory experience. You know, the practice of what I thought was a great example is in your backyard, you have these beautiful songbirds, and then you have the crow, right? The misunderstood crow, where I love all birds, crows included, and ravens. You know, they're both very intelligent, but they kind of get a bad rap, right? And there's something about their call that automatically a preference comes up, like you wish it would stop. So it's interesting to tie what you're talking about and just the practice into our actual sensory experience, how we can just allow and learn, and it's not easy to do. You know?
That's right. No, because it's just right now, it's embodied metta. That's what we're going to be working on all next week, is really how do we embody metta in the present moment. And it really is with a certain kind of equanimity, isn't it? A certain kind of surrendering the preference and opening to the one we like and the one we don't like, and the one we think is difficult and the one we think is perfect, and right, because of course what you'll see as a parent is that you will both see yourself in that way, the parent who is just loving and amazing, and then there will come the parent who is rageful and right, completely undone, and then can we hold it all? And the answer is yes. The heart mind is big enough. It is big enough. I think you've got some notes here coming from other people who are parents. I want to make sure that you hear this, Ryan. So from Jan, Ryan gives you a new respect for your own parents. Yes, that's what I was saying, Jan, doesn't it ever? And from Chris, Ryan, welcome to hardest, most rewarding, and most loving work. All true. It is the noblest of work. And you should record the birds or leave an open mic noticed, and love that. Yeah, that's right. And the truth is, can you hold yourself? Because we know if you cannot be open, not be in metta, for your own failure in this regard, and there will be infinite numbers, as well as, right, we talked about the love and success. You will eventually project that, as we do, don't we, onto others, and then they become the problem, and right, the partner becomes the issue, when the crow becomes the difficulty, and we forget that it's all right there in our own heart mind, right? The crow is either can be as beautiful as it can be annoying by our own state of heart mind. And we're noticing some people going, how gorgeous is that? And how challenging is that? And we welcome it all. It's so lovely to see you, Ryan. So lovely. Wonderful. Be well, and may your daughter and your new family also be well.
Thank you so much. It's so great to see you guys, and
yes,
I'm looking
so
forward.
Excited to have you.
Yeah,
I hope you get
looking
some rest
forward.
today.
Yeah. It's I'd like to in the near future. I'd like to attend Equesthaven because I just love it out there. So hopefully, I hope that went well. So I'm sure it did.
Went very well, and we
Yeah.
will be doing some practices out there in July or August when I do silent retreat, and everyone will be invited to join for that. And it's just an amazing, vast space. So I hope I'll get to see you then. Anyone else? I see someone else on chat, and then I want to leave a little space. I know we're running out of time, so. Yes, Leanne says, love having you as well. So thank you everyone for that. Keep in mind that we'll be continuing our work with embodied metta. How do we live it, breathe it, feel it, and open it? We're going to work on that all next week, and we're going to start with the difficult one. I'm jumping right into the big vat there. I think I see something from Greg. Good to see you, Ryan, and congratulations on your new daughter. Big hugs. Yeah, we are sending lots of love to you, Ryan, as we have many times. Thank you. So there's two other things I want to just chat about briefly. One of them I'm just going to put out there as a possibility. Leslie I said, I wonder what we should do next. Any ideas? And Leslie had a great idea, which was, how about I'm a prolific reader. I read hours a day. And she said, what if you just took one of the writings, a couple pages, 2 or 3 pages of a writing that's inspirational or that you care about, or that others could maybe even offer. And I loved that idea. And actually share it, and then set a Saturday and or Tuesday to explore that. And I love that idea. And so that feels like a really rich, deep well for all of us to jump into. And I just want to get some feedback about that. You don't need to come on if you just chat with me. Does that sound interesting for the summer? I don't really want to jump into a book. I don't think it's right timing in summertime. Things are opening up. People are traveling. I think I want to wait. Jan, you like the idea?
Yeah, little pieces that we can take deep. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's wonderful. I'm going to count on you all then as well to help me with those pieces. Thanks, Renee. I really want you to also be a participant in finding these jewels. And then I'll distribute them. And I will ask over the next week for everybody who's interested in this to send me their email, or I have another approach, which is just to assume you do, just to assume you're in. And so if you're in on Tuesday or Saturday, I'm just going to send it to you. Might be the easiest way to do it, assuming that would be interesting for you. And I'll pick the first one just to get us started. We won't do this next week. We're going to stay with the embodied metta and how do we know, experience, and live this metta beyond the practice, beyond the cushion. That's going to be our work next week. And then we will start that in the second week of June, which is also when we're going to be doing our food drive for St. Andrew's Food Pantry. So the second week in June, we have to have the food by Wednesday. I think Wednesday noon. I think it has to get there between, I think it's got to get there before 3. But so let's say it does, just so that we don't run it up against the edge.
That's correct. That's correct.
Is that correct, Greg?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
By 3?
Yeah.
So we
And
have
is it canned goods? I mean,
Yeah,
I think it's canned goods, right?
well, it can be,
Or-
as I understand it, packaged. So it can be pastas, it can be canned goods. It can't not be, they prefer not things like bread because it gets all mushed and
Yeah, bread
doesn't
not good
carry,
in the, okay.
not good.
Right.
They do take things like hamburger helper, rice, beans, tortillas they will take because they're flat and they don't mush up.
And also,
I go,
they will take
go
vegetables.
ahead, Greg.
I'm sorry. They will take vegetables if if you've got a garden and you've got some great vegetables out there, you've got some kale or whatever, wrap it up. They do give that out.
Okay, they will do that from the garden as well. I
Yeah.
wonder if that means they'll do like celery,
I don't know why they wouldn't if it was fresh.
right? If they're going to take fresh, maybe they'll do celery,
Yeah, I think
stuff
so.
like that.
Is there a sale on celery somewhere?
Well,
That's so random.
Leanne, as you should happen to say this, I just saw celery at the 99 cents store.
I'm gonna get in my car right now and rush over and just buy all that celery.
Maybe they'll get
It just read my mind.
celery.
Leanne was right there in my head going, hey,
Yeah.
I just saw a whole bunch of celery. So
I'll some
when
peanut butter too.
Yeah, peanut butter. Thank you. Let's name these things. So I try to pick up some diced tomatoes. We can always use them in a can. Spaghetti sauce, we can always use that. Tuna in the can.
Chris says no tuna helper, please.
No tuna helper. I did tuna helper. Baby foods. By the way, diapers. They also take those. Diapers are really, as Ryan
Diapers
can attest,
are so expensive and so good.
so
Yeah,
good
bye.
and so crazy expensive, and they never have enough. Noodles, tampons, it looks like toothbrush, toothpaste, oranges, limes, lemons. Thank you. The drop is going to be at Carrie's house, 1092 Aloha in right off of Santa Fe there, or Greg's house, which is off of Sparta, up off of La Costa or Lucadia. You've got to weave your way back there. I would say both Greg and Carrie, could you guys just have your tubs out starting, is there a good time?
Sorry, yeah.
Already, Carrie's is already art. Greg's at 810 Wood Drive, which is back in the Capri School area there. I would like them both to do it. Only for this reason, Greg's is a little harder to get to for some people. Carrie's is right off the freeway. Wherever you are, get them delivered. I'm heading to the Dollar Tree today because I have a busy week. And so that's going to be my, that's on my list of embodied Metta today. And there's lots of good stuff to get. The celery was at the 99-cent store, by the way, not the Dollar Tree. Not that, just
I was
so we're
worried.
clear where the fresh vegetables are.
Is it this week or next week we're supposed to do the drop?
We have to get the food to Carrie or Greg before Wednesday, let's say 1 o'clock, because we've got to get it not this Wednesday, the following Wednesday, the 8th of June is, we're going to deliver it on Wednesday, the 8th to St. Andrews because they distribute on Thursday, the 9th. I guess that's the second Thursday of every month. They deliver. And so we're going to be collecting by Wednesday, the second Wednesday of every month, to get it over to them. The other thing I would like us to consider doing, I have met James Floros from San Diego Food Bank. He would love for us as a community to come down to volunteer, to pack, distribute. And so I'm going to talk with the board. We're going to come up with a day to get down there. I do know that for most of us, that has to be a weekend because of busyness during the week. Let me know if in the summer there's any more flexibility, or if we have to shoot for Saturday or Sunday. They do it every day. And he would love to see us down there or at their Vista location. So that's going to be on the books as well. Deadline is next Wednesday by 1, not Wednesday, this one, Wednesday, the 8th. So we're all clear about that. Is there anything else, Greg, Carrie, Lisa, board members of EMC, anything else we need to talk about? I think
Nope.
we've
Can't think of it.
I think we've got most of that covered. I'm going to keep bugging you guys, okay, about this. We're going to do this once a month, at least through the summer. And we'll,
Wednesday, the 9th, June 9th is Wednesday.
oh, it's Wednesday, June 9th. So they are delivering Thursday, June 10th. We're going to get it to them. Your dead end point would be, let's say, noon on Wednesday. If you're waiting till Wednesday at noon, don't do it. Don't do it. You've got a week plus to get somewhere, to pick up some stuff, to get it to, yeah, I'm hungry too, Andy. Now tuna's even sounding good. Let me go to that. Tuna and celery right in my head. Okay, so we know what we're practicing. We're going to move towards embodied metta. This is a part of it, folks. This generosity, these acts of kindness, these acts of offering oneself, not only in presence, but in actual compassionate action. This is our practice as a Sangha. We need each other. We need each other to remember. We need each other to practice with. And so I'm so thankful to have you here to practice with too. I'm going to look at chat before we sign off. Okay, so let's sit together for just a moment. Let me take one more swig. And so seeing if we can't get ourselves back to that sense of open presence, open space. That heart is wide as the world and beyond. It moves throughout time, it moves throughout place and space. It moves beyond your own body mind. We can feel it in another. We can feel it. We know it by heart. Taking that few breaths, embodied metta, setting the mind and one's attention into that open space, including all of you. Breathe it in. The tired you, the angry you, the worn out you, the one who didn't get it right 30 years ago, the one who's not getting it right today, right now. It's actually not the problem. We are going to make mistakes. It is a part of our humanness. Can we open softly, tenderly, lovingly to this, like a lost, wounded, alone child? And what action would you take if you knew the truth of this? Live that. May we all be happy. May we all be free from pain and suffering. May we all have ease. May we know deep into the marrow, may we know that we are deserving, as all others are deserving, of this love and attention. May we live it into being right here and now. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Thank you, everyone. Wonderful to see you all. I can't wait to be practicing with you next week. But the practice is now. So don't put this away till next Monday or Tuesday. How am I living it right now? How is the practice active and alive in me right now? This is the work we're beginning to do for the whole rest of the week. Be watchful of your tendency, by the way, to shut something down in you, which will shut something down in that infinite vast heart of yours. Open to it all. And I'll look forward to seeing you Monday night, 8 o'clock for Metta practice, Tuesday morning for Metta with the difficult one. Thursday, Greg will be on, and I'll see you next Saturday with my cans of tuna and beans and celery, probably. I guess mayonnaise could go on that list as well. Nothing like a little tuna salad. So be well, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll look forward to seeing you soon.